sports celebrity night. Here he is, Mr. Frank Pote.
Oh, Lord! What a surprise to see everybody here this evening. Oh, all those smiling faces. How's everybody feel tonight? Pretty good?
Oh, my Lord, oh, my Lord. We have a surprise for you as soon as we can take that music down a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Heckbert. Bill Heckbert from WMJX. We want to welcome everyone to the Rockingham Mall here on Valentine's Day night. How many folks got a Valentine's from their loved ones? Did you get a Valentine's? You did, dear? That's nice. Well, we have the Valentine's Day sports celebrity game coming right up for you, and it's with none other than your most famous and favorite hockey player that you could possibly imagine. He is everybody's favorite from all the way across the country. He's hurting right now, but he's still an important member of the team. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Rockingham Mall, number 24 for the Boston Bruins, Terry O'Reilly. Well, oh, hey, it's good to see you again. I'm doing fine. We have that, yeah, that's on. Oh, they were like this. I just got here. No, they were like this already. Listen, we're going to go out into the audience, and I know we ran. No, just me. Just relax. We know. Listen, you're not in pain or anything, are you? No. No, okay. Well, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to, we've already run through this backstage, you and I, and yeah, we did. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into a few questions about your past, and then we're going to go out into the audience, and we're going to give them a chance to ask you some questions. I'm sure there's a lot of questions that they have for you. And then we're going to start our fun and games. We're going to get 8 people from the audience, where Terry O'Reilly is going to show you the finer points of how to shoot a puck into a net. And we are going to do that, and we do have some hockey sticks and a puck. Now, it's not a puck that you're used to seeing, a little black puck. It's those pucks. Do you remember when, and this is what I want to ask you before we get out into the audience, is I can remember when I first started. Now, I'm going to ask you what you did, how you got into the game. But when I first started, I remember driving the stakes into the ground and laying the plastic in the backyard and getting the neighborhood kids around. And that's when you skated sideways on your skates and you ran down and you thought you were skating. And then you graduated to the street where you put the hole in the pinky ball. And the hole in the little pinky ball.
What's a pinky ball?
It's a little round ball like this. And you put a hole in it so it doesn't go in the neighbor's yard. It just dribbles around. And we put the nets out there and you run back and forth in the street. Street hockey. Okay, and that's how did you get started in hockey? And I'm sure a lot of people want to know also is where you're from and where you were originated the game of hockey. How did you get into it?
Well, I'm from Canada. I think 90% of the guys in the Bruins right now are from Canada. There's Mike Milbury, Mike O'Connell that are Americans. In fact, they're local guys. But most of the guys in the league are Canadians, and I think it's just a Canadian sport yet. It's as far as the professional goes. I started the same as you. I started in Canada. We used to skate on the frozen creeks and frozen ponds, and watch out for the shallow spots, and ice. But it was the same way. We played a lot of street hockey. We used tennis balls.
Oh, you used the tennis with a hole in it?
Yeah. And broke a lot of windows.
Yeah.
And then they take off and crash.
What was your town like? Was it a town, a city? What was it like where you grew up?
It was Bobby Orr town. Everybody here of Oshawa, Ontario? Yeah, see, everybody's heard of Oshawa. Bobby wasn't from Oshawa. He was from Perry Sound, some little town. But he came to Oshawa to play his junior hockey when he was 14, 15 years old. And he played there for 3 years. He was the captain of the Oshawa Generals. And they had a great team. And as a youngster, I used to go and watch him play. He was fantastic. And when he left, I became the captain of the same team.
So did he inspire you, you mean?
Well, he did. It was well, everybody here got a chance to watch Bobby. And I got to watch him when he was young. He was just as outstanding and fantastic then, because he was in a different league then. And the only difference, when he was captain of the team, it was the best team in the league. When I was captain of the team, we didn't make the playoffs.
Now, was the town though very, very small, or was it a city?
100,000 now. It was about 80,000 then. It's a General Motors city. It's got a big factory that turns out cars. That's about all they do in Oshawa.
So the kids and you got your experience with hockey, because the weather's always pretty cold up there, so you get a lot of ice time.
Yeah, a lot of outdoor skating. That's about it. And when we did play, when I was playing amateur hockey, I know it's expensive for parents now to get their kids playing hockey.
It sure is.
25 cents a game. When I was playing, we played one game a week.
Wow.
And you take your quarter when you went to play.
25 cents?
25 cents. Give it to the coach before the game.
Wow.
It costs $7.50 to rent the ice for an hour. What's it cost now? $70?
I think so. $70?
I'm not that old either.
How old are you?
21.
21.
My contract's up. I gotta tell Harry I'm 21.
When did you know at that point that you wanted to do hockey for the rest of your life?
No, I was just doing hockey because I loved it. I loved playing hockey, and I was offered a chance to go to school, get a scholarship. St. Louis sent a scout up, and they watched me play, and they said, "Hey, do you want to go to our university?" They gave me an airplane ticket. I flew down to St. Louis to see the university, and at the time the Bruins were playing the Blues in the Stanley Cup Finals, and the silly people gave me a ticket to go watch them. And I went and watched them, and I got drafted by Boston. I said, "That's it, I don't want to go to St. Louis, I want to play for Boston."
And how old were you then?
19.
Wow, 19 years old.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying that the 90% of the hockey players in the league today are from Canada, but isn't it true that now we're getting a lot of class hockey players coming right up through the ranks in the United States?
Definitely. You look at right now, our defense revolves around the pair of Mike Milbury and Mike O'Connell. If that wasn't for the way they're playing, we wouldn't have the same team. And they're two guys right out of what Mike O'Connell's from the South Shore, and Mike Milbury's from Walpole. They're right out of local hockey, and it's becoming more so because it's just developing. You know, ever since Bobby Orr, Bobby Orr days when they won those two cups, minor hockey and high school hockey in New England developed and made leaps and bounds.
Give us your opinion. We all know what the Boston Bruins are doing these days, and it's really amazing. And I guess they're going for number 31. Is it in Chicago?
No, it's 31 now. He's gone with 31 without losing. It's going to be 32. He'll tie the record in Buffalo.
Right.
And he'll be going to beat it in Winnipeg. But the problem with
and this is
Winnipeg,
Pete Peters we're talking.
Yeah, we're talking about Pete Peters. The problem with Winnipeg is that we played them twice this year, and they beat us in Winnipeg, and they tied us in Boston. So I think they're the only team in the league that has a winning record against us. So that's a tough, and that gives them confidence.
And
it's a tough way to beat a record, but if they do beat the record there, it's going to be nice.
In Chicago?
No, in Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Right. Now, and the ironic thing
You
is...
like Chicago?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. The ironic thing is, Pete Peters, by the way, if you don't know, is the goalie of the Boston Bruins. And the ironic thing is that Pete Peters is, when he breaks the record, he will break whose record?
Jerry Cheever's the coach.
He's the coach. That's something else, huh?
Cheesy might not dress him that bad.
Okay, give us your opinion of what do you think is going to happen with the Boston Bruins this year, and compared to, let's say, the days when Bobby Orr and Boston Bruins were skating really high. How does it compare to the teams that are in the league today? What do you think the Boston Bruins are going to go?
I don't think that this team overpowers the league as Bobby Orr's team did in '70. It was a very, very powerful team. And in '72, there weren't too many teams that could really challenge the Bruins, not with Bobby on defense. But I think we've got the most talented team. It's just that there's an awful lot of other talented teams in the league right now. We got the Islanders, Chicago, and you can't count out teams like Montreal and Quebec that seem to rise to the occasion in the playoffs. And the other, they got Edmonton Oilers, who've got a very talented team. So even though we've got a very, very talented team with a lot of momentum right now, there's an awful lot of competition out there.
It sure is. We're going to get into the audience. We're going to let the folks ask you some questions. How's that? All right?